Welcome back to Keys Prop Hunt. On today, we'll be looking for some props that we can hit on. Let's get into it. So looking at today's slate, first recap yesterday, we had a couple home runs there. Contreras and Abreu end up getting it done off the Athletics bullpen. Rushing end up taking Wu deep. I think it was on the slider that we were talking about. And there's one more that I'm forgetting off the top of my head. Who was Lau got to Louder there in Cincinnati. So that was yesterday. Let's look at today. Full slate here. Look at the left-hand side. So you got Brott versus Cleveland, rookie. Just getting in there a couple starts. Sugiyano as well. You got Johnson versus Milwaukee, Leahy versus Toronto, Junk versus the Mets. Okay. I'll start out by looking at this Ryan Johnson versus Milwaukee. So really struggles with lefties. Power to both sides though. 6 homers to lefties, 5 to righties. Got Shelled versus San Fran. Good game against Detroit. Gave up 3 against Minnesota. Boston got 2 off of him in 4 innings. Giving up quite a few homers, homer in each of his last 5 starts. So we'll look at hits first. So he's generating whiffs with this splitter, in which it looks pretty bleak here. Lara's only seen it a couple times, as has Yelich. Got Terang seeing it the most, so I expect him to see it today as well. Trying to get down and away. So Terang's not K'ing there, but he is whiffing. Not a huge sample size for them all there. Let's go last 10 at bats. So 200 for Terang. He's about the only one that's hit it outside of Hamilton. I do like he's not whiffing there though. A lot. So that's the splitter. Not looking for them to hit that, just not whiffing and K'ing. Got this cutter where he's not really giving up damage at all. We can't look at it though. So Mitchell looks good there. Yelich looks good there. 381 Woba for Terang. Bauer, some power there. I'm doing both, my bad. Still about the same. Terang comes up, 561 Woba. So he looks good there. So Mitchell really looks good. Must be hitting this for power. Terang. Yelich has seen it the most. Estimated Woba wise, Mitchell 830, 835, 821 for Terang, 371 for Yelich. Each of them having a home run there. Not bad. And this sinker, just not missing bats. And it's getting hit hard. 559 Woba. Each of them don't look bad. Terang has the most power here, it looks like. Let's see where he's locating it. So he's landing in the middle of the zone a lot. Let's go these. We can say he makes a mistake and throws in the middle there. So Terang still looks good. Yelich looks good. Mitchell's power drops off. 3 homers for Bowers there. Not bad. He hasn't done anything as of late. Could do it here though. Let's go here. Don't like the fly ball, but he is doing damage when he hits it. And he's seen it the most in those zones. I'd like to say that I like Terang and Yelich for a hit here. And then on the homer side, Bowers hasn't done anything as of late, but he does look good against his sinker. Johnson has a 436 estimated WOBA, four homers on the year. He had two, I believe, in the zones that we were looking at. Got here, which he's given up two homers there. Nothing there for Bowers. Was it this zone? It had to be here then. Or it might have been just the middle. So he has one there. The fly ball is not the best, but he has the power to get it out of there. And then in the middle of the zone, he's hitting it. I wouldn't mind seeing Bowers here for a homer. As I mentioned, he hasn't done anything as of late, but he is a power bat in that lineup. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes yard. Terang has been hitting as well. I like him more so on the hit side, but you can go power there with him as well for a homer. Okay, that was Johnson. You got Junk versus the Mets. Is that at the Mets? What did he do in his last start? San Diego, not horrible. Really struggles with lefties. You got some capable lefties in this Mets lineup. Getting swing and miss with this changeup, so let's look there first. So the whiff's about mid for them all there. Do like the batting average for Young, Lindor, and Ewing there. Zone contact's just okay. See where he's locating it. They all look about mid. See if they're underperforming. 462 estimated WOBA for Lindor there. That's the changeup. The slider's really getting hit. Which Polyanko looks good there. The rest of them, no. She's landing in the middle of the zone a lot. He's trying to go somewhere in here. He can grab all four. Let's get them all in the same sample size. Ewing has seen it the most, though. Nothing really there at all. Young has homered a couple times there. That's the slider, which it is getting hit hard. Doesn't give up much fly ball, though, so I don't really want to look homer-wise here. He did give it up in, at Houston. That's more so a hitter's ballpark than the Mets. I think it's called Citi Field. Trying to think of that off the top of my head. He's barely throwing this curveball. Maybe okay here, honestly. I know I've seen that Lindor had a decent series against Atlanta. Yep, I'm cool on that one. You got Zebby Matthews at Seattle. We can look at him real quick. Gives up power to both sides. I'll look left though. I like the ground ball, fly ball being lower. So missing bats with this slider, so we'll look there first. Young looks really good there. As far as his swing and miss. Some power there for him too. Naylor's whiff is okay. K rate is not there though. Let's go where he's locating it. So neither of them are necessarily hitting it in those zones. They're just not whiffing. Riley's hitting it though. So that's the slider. And then you got this changeup. I mean, he's throwing this cutter a little bit. I doubt they see it much. It's getting hit. 536 Woba. Which Canzone looks good. Riley looks good. Young looks good. Naylor looks good. Small sample size, so I'll get them all on the last 10 at bats. Which Canzone looks really good. Naylor 300. Young. Hasn't seen it. He's a rookie, though. I believe he's a rookie. $872 estimated WOBA for Canzone there. $482 for Naylor. $420 for Young. I want to say they moved Young back up to the top of the lineup there. Almost certain. Let's take this off. Go change up. Crawford looks good there. Rally. The other Rally. Young. Naylor, not so much. Okay, that's the change up. Then we'll look at this four-seamer. It's throwing at 38% of the time. Landing in the middle of the zone a lot. Got to be getting lucky here. 0% whiff, but the WOBA 0, 2 across the board. Got a couple places he is throwing it. We can look here. Where's that? 430. Not really missing bats at all. Off the top of my head, I like Young here for a hit. And then if you want to look power, you can look at this cutter and this slider. I mean, the changeup too, but he's not really giving up fly ball, but it is getting hit hard. And the cutter we looked earlier, in which Canzone had a couple homers there. Looks like Rally does too. I just don't think he had it in the zones that we were looking at. So a couple homers there across them all. Canzone 2 in his last 10 at bats, 4 extra base hits. He could do it again here. 70% hard hit rate. Do like that. In the slider. I don't remember seeing. Maybe he had a bad K percentage. Yeah. So this is the slider. The fly ball is not there for him in this one. Still has a 515 estimated WOBA. 1 homer there for Rally, for both rallies. Cal Rally doesn't look bad here. 87% hard hit rate. Last 10, 8 events. Where's this changeup getting hit at? So Canzone looked really good against that that cutter that is like his 4th pitch. but that is where he's getting hit hard at. But Cal Raleigh looks pretty good against this slider and the changeup. Um, I say Canzone has been their best power bat this year. I mean, Luke Rally's not bad either. I more so trust Canzone. Um, so I'd say Canzone homer here, but I feel like at some point Cal Raleigh is due for some positive regression. And as I mentioned, the changeup and slider he looked pretty good against. So I say Raleigh for a homer here as well. Pretty cool. Miami's bats, they've been bad. Fetty could get into some trouble in Tampa Bay. Oh, I forgot. Oh, that game's already playing. I was about to say Warren there. I mean, I'll look at Kansas City, but their offense is not good. Um, with neither Sugiyano. So Jensen looks pretty good against his splitter. Not gonna see it that much, I feel like. Okay, that's a splitter. And then his four seamer's really getting hit. Locating all over the place. I'll go these four. In which that's what Cagalone hits. Jensen not bad there. Neither is Massey. And the sinker, not missing bats at all. Like all over the place here. In the middle of the plate a lot. Which Jensen hitting that. I'd say I like Jensen here for a hit against Sugiyano. Chalk play would be Cagalone for him. I know they're going to have him at chalk price, especially being in cores. So you can go that route. What we looked at this cutter, which Jensen looks the best there. The sinker, but it's the fat. His four seamers getting hit, and that's what Cagalone can hit for sure. But Jensen can here too. I see. Yeah, I'd say probably just go Cagalone. Don't think about it too hard. Go Cagalone. Chalk price. Homer there against Sugiyano. And maybe it from the left-hand side. Bobby's facing Arizona, who is um, getting hot for sure. Don't really trust Phillies bats right now. It could get to Young. And from the right-hand side, you got Brott at Cleveland. Um, I'll look into this briefly. Don't really trust Cleveland's offense at all. So you got four-seamer, slurve, slider, changeup. Missing bats with this slurve and the slider. I know they're not going to see that slurve much at all. Yeah, I didn't think so. So we'll look slider, which Jose looks pretty good there. Nothing in those zones, but no whiff or K, so you like that. Angel Martinez been pretty good against left-handed pitching this year, I'm pretty sure. 419 estimated WOBA for Jose there. 536 for Martinez. So they don't look bad here. And then not missing bats at all with his four-seamer. So we'll look there. Nothing really there outside of Rocchio. Let's get them all in the same sample size. I'm not gonna think too hard about this. I'm gonna say J-Ram here for a hit, but the power looks like it's there against this four-seamer in which Brat is struggling with. 60% hard hit rate, 30% fly ball. So J-Ram possibly here for a homer. Fry does look good as well. He's a platoon guy. So he should be coming in here against Brat. Not sure how long Brat goes, but so you got to deal with that. You know, they may pinch hit him if they bring in a righty. So I'd more so trust Jose there. You got Springs facing Detroit. Detroit's been so bad though. I mean, they do have some capable righties in that lineup. Um, I'll look at this briefly, more so probably for a homer. So against the pitch mix as a whole, this Valencia um, guy came in. I think he's a catcher replacing Rogers. I think they let Rogers go. He's hit a couple homers in his last couple games. Okay, so what's he getting in trouble with? The four-seamer, pretty much homers to everything. Estimated WOBA-wise, it's a four-seamer slider. Well, it's four-seamer, then that sweeper, and then slider. He's barely using that sweeper at all. Nothing really there for him. Couple extra base hits. And then a slider. It looks pretty big though. Let me see. What are you homering against? Cutter, slider. And it's barely any data for this Valencia guy. Sheesh. I say I more so trust Dingler with a hit than home run. but he does look the best here. Hard hit rise. I say Dingler there for a homer against Springs. Um, Outside of him, I know the Valencia guy just got on, so it's not much data there for me to say him. But I do like the 60% fly ball rate. Small sample size, but has a homer against the four-seamer. So I'd say probably outside him. I want to go to Corlson or the Valencia guy. So Corlson didn't look good as of late against that pitch mix. Um, and it's really four-seam changeup slider. Mm. I say, yeah, I'd just say outside of Dingler, I'd go to Corlson homer here. Just attacking the small ballpark there. Green, I feel like he probably can shove against Pittsburgh there. We can attack this Weisenhunt guy going against San Diego. Got shelled against the Angels. Good game against Colorado. Atlanta got to him for 2. Look, hits. So he's getting swing and miss with this changeup, which they're all missing on this. Rengifo doesn't look bad there, though. The K rate's not bad there for Tatis either. So France looks good there. Rengifo looks good. Manny or Tatis are not hitting that there. I think they move Rengifo up to number 2, I want to say, in the lineup. Slider, France doesn't look bad. They haven't seen it much, though. It's landing in the middle of the zone. They do got some righties that can get to him, though, for sure. Honestly, I want to say you got to ride the hot hand of France for a hit here. Rengifo, I would like for a hit here if he's still number 2, being by Tatis. You know, that opens up things for him. Then also riding the hot hand of Tatis. Looks good against the four-seamer overall. Mid on the changeup and slider. Not necessarily worried about his changeup and slider. 420 estimated WOBA for that changeup, and he's allowing a lot of fly balls. 43% fly ball. He could be in play to give up a homer here. To be honest, don't like the fly ball for France and Tatis there to hit it out. Both have a homer on it though. And France has one there on this year. 100% hard hit rate. 7 events. And then what was the other one? This four-seamer. They're all getting hit hard, to be honest. 717. 2 homers there for Machado. 1 for Tatis. 1 for Furman. Nothing there for France. Machado's about the only one with that four-seamer. And Tatis has one. I say if you go with the changeup, it's France for a homer there. He's been pretty good. But if you want to ride the hot hand of Tatis, that makes sense too. To be honest, he looks better against a four-seamer than he does the changeup. So France for a homer there, and then I want to say Tatis there. The fly ball is not there at all. But I know his earlier in the season is contributing to that. And the homers in the last 14 days against that slider, which is getting hit hard too. Yeah, I'd say Tatis in play for a homer there. Okay. Fetty at Tampa Bay. More so want to look here for power. He's giving up what? 14 homers to righties. Fly ball over 30%. Looks like this cutter. Got 2 homers there for Caminero. 3 extra base hits. And then he's giving up homers on that sweeper, but the estimated WOBA was not there for 5 homers against his sinker for Caminero. Don't like the fly ball as much, but the hard hit rate is there. Let's see. 293. So nothing in those zones. 1 up top there. This cutter, he's landing in the middle of the zone. I'd say without diving too deep into this, I like Caminero for a homer against Fetty here at home. Feel like he's due for sure. Almost did it yesterday on the first inning. I think against Wynn, he barreled one up, just didn't get it out of there. Got Elder at home against Washington. They don't really have that many righties. Cruz wouldn't be a bad look there at all. Then Johnson we looked at from the left side though, so we can't look at the right side. 352 WOBA to righties. Better to righties, but it's still not good at all. So you got this cutter he's missing bats with, which they don't look bad at all. 385 there for Contreras, so I do like that. It's estimated WOBA. 418, 2 homers. The sweeper. Doesn't look too good against that one. Where is he landing it? Down there, but in the zone. Makes mistakes here. Small sample size, 250. And this sinker, he's really getting hit. This is the contact pitch. .481 there for Choreo. 408 for Contreras. I'd lean Contreras or Choreo for a hit there. Drawing looks pretty good here, but I saw Colorado get to him, and the Angels have a lot of righties in their lineup, so I want to look into it. He does go 6 though. He 3 are in there, 3 are in there, 5 are in there, but he's making it 6 innings, so. But away, I'll give it a look. So he's missing bats with this 4-seamer, in which Adele, Neto, and Trout look pretty good at. Let's see where he's locating it. So top of the zone there. Does locate it in the middle of the zone a lot. It is getting whiff, so 47% whiff. So Neto looks good, Trout looks good, Adele looks good. Power-wise, Neto 3 homers there, 1 for Solar. Not bad. And then he's missing bats with his curveball, in which Adele looks pretty good there. Trout and Neto drop off. Small sample size there. So Neto's only seen that 2 times. That's surprising. Let's go here since he's trying to get down there. Okay. So that's the curveball. But it is getting hit though. Honestly, I didn't even hold on. That's the zones, my bad. But he's getting some with that curveball. And then the sinker. Okay. Adele, Neto look good here. Trout hasn't seen it much at all. So he's about everywhere on this. I'll go those 2 next to each other first. And then you got Neto looks really good there. Siri, Solar. That's what I'm saying. They got a lot of righties in this lineup that he's gonna see. He's probably gonna see 9 righties on today. I feel like, yeah, he's definitely gonna see a bunch of righties. So you got that there. And then but firstly, hits wise, I'd probably say I like Neto at the top of the lineup. You should see him a bunch of times. Adele looks really good. There, the K rate and the whiff rate, aren't bad at all. Let me see what Trout. So 444 versus that changeup's not really mattering much there. We can grab the 4-seamer, the curveball, and the sinker. He is throwing the slider a little bit there. Has about a 5 pitch mix here though, in which Adele looks the best against Neto 281. So I like those first 2. I would say Trout's in play for a hit there too, just because he's at the top of the lineup. He should be between Neto and Adele, so he's definitely in play for a hit. And then if we want to look power-wise, so 462 estimated WOBA to that curveball, in which Adele is hitting that 2 homers there. And where was he locating? He gave up a homer in this zone. He's trying to get to this down and inside there, in which Adele has a homer there. Small sample sizes for them all, but I'll go last 10 at bats. He's seen it the most outside of Peraza there. I don't think Dearnard's going to be in the lineup. And then this sinker is not allowing a lot of fly balls, but it is getting hit hard. 54% hard hit rate, in which Adele has one there too. 77% hard hit rate. Okay. And then he is allowing fly balls to this 4-seamer though. So this 4-seamer could be in play too, in which Neto looks good there. Solar looks good. I'll see where he's located at. 5 home runs there for Adele. So Neto 3 homers in those zones. None for Adele. Still has a hard hit rate though. I'd say for the first two, what do we look at that? The sinker and the curveball, just because that's made it WOBA, in which Adele looked really good against those. So I'd say Adele homer here, but Neto looks really good against that four seamer, and which is not getting hit hard, but the fly ball is there for him to give up a homer. So I mean he's limiting hard contact, but the fly ball, you know, I'd say Neto's in play there as well for a homer. And then that may be it from the right hand side. As I mentioned, I think Arizona probably can get to Bivey. He's just like hit and miss sometimes, so I don't necessarily know. And then they've been on a hot streak, but we'll see there. I think that may be it for today. Don't think I missed anything. Yeah, that'll be it. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. As always, if you have any questions with the platform, please let me know. Also, can you like and subscribe? I would greatly appreciate that. I hope you guys have a great day. See you guys.